In this video, I show you 5 of my go-to dynamic warm-up exercises and stretches that I like to do before a workout. Stay tuned. All right, so let's go over 5 of my go-to dynamic warm-up stretches that I like to do before a workout, before that tough workout, right? It won't be easy, or your workout's not gonna be easy, it's gonna be a tough one. Gotta challenge yourself. And these are perfect to get you ready for that workout. It's gonna hit multiple body parts, so a lot of them, we're working our lower body, we're working our upper body, but we're not just working our flexibility and mobility, we're also hitting a little bit of stability, a little bit of balance. So you get a little bit of everything so your body is ready for battle. So let's go. We're gonna go through 5 of my favorites. The first one is going to be knee hugs to single leg deadlift. To get started, we're gonna stand and then we're going to push our hips back, bend the knee slightly, quarter squat position. We're going to lift this knee up towards the chest, stand up nice and tall, extending this down leg and really squeezing the glute. A lot of people forget about this side. We always concentrate on kind of what's going on with this leg, but I want you to be very active and squeeze everything on this side. And then from here, we're going to transition into a single leg deadlift. We're now stretching out that hamstring and also working that hip stability and balance. So you'll do both sides. Again, depending on how you're feeling, you could do 1 rep, you could do all the way up to 5 reps. Again, see how you're feeling. So that's the first dynamic stretch. Now we're gonna go into the world's greatest stretch for the second one. Take a big stride out, opposite arm down to the ground, inside elbow comes to the floor, stretching out this glute, this opposite hip flexor, push into the ground, rotate up towards the sky and reach towards the sky, getting our T-spine rotation, and then return back to that previous position. Reset those hands to each side of that front foot, shift those hips up, straighten out that front leg, getting our hamstring stretch, and then back to a standing up position. So that is my second favorite stretch, my go-to stretch. Now let's go into the world's second greatest stretch. Wide stance. We're going to shift our hips back, slowly lowering our upper body down towards the ground. If you have to, you can bend these knees slightly. Place your hands onto the ground. And then from here, we're going to inchworm our way out. Just bring our hands out in front of us into a push-up position. Now we're gonna do opposite hand to opposite leg while we push our hips up towards the sky. Very similar to a downward dog in yoga. And then we're reaching back. And in this position, we're getting some great shoulder warm-ups here, great overhead shoulder stability work. Return back to that previous position. Now, whatever arm that reached towards that foot, we're gonna take that foot and then bring that foot right to the outside of the hand. Now we're gonna go back into our T-spine rotation. Return that hand back to the previous position. Leg comes back into that wide stance. And then we're going to inchworm our hands back. And that is the world's second greatest stretch. Now we're gonna go to a toe touch, to a squat, to a stand. Feet about shoulder width apart. This can vary depending on who you are. This is pretty good for me. We're going to touch the toes, so push those hips back, bring your hands down towards your toes, and then we're going to drop our butt down. Knees come to the outside of our arms into a deep squat position. If this is tough for you, you can always put something underneath the heels since it's a warm-up, and if this is too difficult for you, you can just make it easier. It's just a warm-up, so place those heels onto a towel or rolled up yoga mat. And then from here, arms come overhead, and then stand up. So again, if that's too difficult for you, place something underneath your heels. I have this little pad. And this will help make it a little bit easier for you to squat down. And that is number 4. And going into my last go-to dynamic warm-up stretch, it's a figure 4 to a side lunge. Working a little bit of that inner thigh, and then also that glute. So we're gonna stand up, bring our leg up and pull on our shin. So we create figure 4 here. And then we're gonna drop our foot down to the side, transition right into a side lunge, getting a good stretch right on this inner thigh. And then we get some good strength and stability in this hip. You're gonna push yourself up, balance, and then grab that leg again, pull up, getting that good stretch. Forgot to tell you, good stretch on these hip rotators, kind of piriformis, those deep muscles in there that rotate the hip. And then step out, down into that side lunge, getting that inner thigh stretch. And those are 5 of my go-to dynamic warm-up stretches that I like to personally do before workout. Hopefully this gave you maybe a couple new ideas that you can implement into your warm-up. If you like this video and you want to see more of this, make sure you like this video, like it, comment, and then also subscribe. See you guys next time.